My name's Daniel Call, farm here in southern Madison County with my family, my father, my uncle, and a brother of mine as well. 4 of us are involved here in this operation. My family's been here on this land for the 6th generation. I'm the 6th generation, my children are the 7th. And we farm mainly corn, soybeans, wheat, and alfalfa.
I'm Mary Griffiths. I'm an OSU Extension educator in agriculture and natural resources in Madison County.
The eFields Conservation Tillage Conference was the first time that I had interaction with eFields. But I remember thinking to myself there that day, hey, that's something neat I'd like to get involved in.
So I'd been partnering with farmers in my county to conduct on-farm research for several years before we ever had eFields as a publication. And it's been really nice to have that resource to be able to share the research that we're doing and the results we're doing in a nice, digestible way.
We'd started cover cropping here it's been about 15 years ago, in around 2006, 2007. And through that process, I started to engage with other folks who were cover cropping. And what I discovered very quick was I did some things that were a waste of time and a waste of money. And if we can share our experiences, both our positive and our negative experiences, then we can save ourselves a lot of time and a lot of money.
On this farm, we're conducting a trial that Steve Coleman and Elizabeth Hawkins are kind of spearheading to assess how different practices on farm are influencing soil health.
Mary makes it really easy. She does all the legwork of what needs to be done, and I just help her execute it. The trials are very straightforward. The one nice thing about it is you can get involved with the ones you want to get involved and not with others. We don't want to get involved in so many that we're not accurate, down to the data collection piece, making sure that is accurate as well. If we're going to get involved in this, we want to make sure that we do it right and that the time is not wasted.
So last year was the first year that we did this study, and instead of having a trial where we're setting up a plot or we're setting up a replicated trial or something like that, in this study we are just collecting soil samples basically, and we're collecting information about the management practices on that soil and the soil types, and we're trying to see if different management practices as well as soil types are influencing different soil health metrics.
As a family, we've been very conservation oriented for 50, 60 years. My grandfather was one of the first people to get rid of a plow. We moved to no-till in the late 70s and then probably became 100% no-till by the late 80s. So we've been doing a lot of these soil health things that you're just now hearing a lot of buzz about. But it was, hey, how do we compare, because we've done these for a long period of time, to other people in the state.
We have a lot of farmers trying new things to try to improve the health of their soil and improve organic matter and all kinds of things with their soil. So what we want to be able to use this information for is to inform farmers on different soil types with different management practices. Can you actually expect to see improvement? So we want to be able to help farmers get the most out of their time and money with all of these practices that they're trying to implement in order to improve soil health.
Again, this is the network, and it's the big summary, and it's having a lot more data. To me, our world changed, and everybody was following universities, but about 20 years ago to 30 years ago, that kind of stopped. And with yield monitors and what people were experimenting with on their farms was not really what the universities were experimenting with, and that's where Extension picked it up. So Extension has grabbed a hold of that and said, hey, let's leverage all of these growers that are doing progressive things and are trying different things in the community and across the state, and let's take a look at that.
The amount of time it takes to participate in eFields really depends a little bit on the trial. A seeding rate trial or something like that will require a little bit more work on the front end, of course, when you're planting. This trial here, we're mostly just doing data collection with this. This is a super simple trial to get involved with. It basically just involves setting up a time for us to come out to your farm and take soil samples at the beginning of the year.
We're here to make money. Clearly we're here to make money, but everybody is conscientious about the environment, about the soil, about the water that goes through our farms and our properties, and we want to improve that. The positive is through our soil health study with eFields, we've realized that we have done some we've made some very impressive improvements to our soil quality. And so seeing that payoff is rewarding as well. It knows that it reinforces the fact that we're doing the right things.
It's pretty easy to partner with us on on-farm research and to be an eFields collaborator. Basically, all you have to do is reach out to your county extension educator and let them know that you're interested. We have some trials that we already have protocols set up for that we're working on statewide, but if you have an individual question that you really want answered on your farm, we're willing to work with you to set up a trial to answer that question too. So all you have to do is contact your county extension office.